What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered because the game just got confirmed. Even though Sony just released this, it came out on PlayStation 4 just a couple years ago. They're already doing a re-release on the PlayStation 5, and the details are just incredibly bizarre. I'll admit it, I'm incredibly excited to read the comment section on this one because even now, I don't fully know how to think. I mean, this just seems like such an unneeded upgrade, but at the very least, I'm curious. Let's take a look at the details, the release date, and the, well, thankfully, low price tag. Hi, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So here it is, from the official PlayStation Twitter account. I don't know why they're releasing a big press drop at 7 p.m. on a Friday, but here we go. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered launches on January 19th for the PlayStation 5. It's going to have a roguelike survival mode, which honestly sounds awesome. This is the best part of it from the bit I've read so far. Cut levels that were originally not in the game, so like incomplete stuff, tech improvements, and an upgrade path for PS4 owners. Now, I want to go through this bit by bit. They did release a huge article that we're going to look at, but I actually wanted to take a look at this first. So, I love roguelikes. The idea of randomized elements, having to get different upgrades, leveling characters, leveling weapons, eventually dying off and having to restart. I'm very obsessed with roguelikes. This is a roguelike survival mode built into Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, which this is such a just absolutely insane idea on paper that if this works, I'm actually going to be very impressed. You get to choose from a host of playable characters, both new and returning, Dina and Lev confirmed, compete and survive in randomized encounters. Unlock more characters, skins, and more as you progress. Each character comes with their own traits. Chart your own course on a run, choosing between stealth and combat encounters. Encounters have unique modifiers and global leaderboards confirmed. This sounds legit. I'm actually kind of blown away because I've made previous videos actually talking against the idea of a Last of Us Part 2 Remastered because I didn't realize it would have completely new stuff like this. This is what I wanted from the Last of Us Part 1 remake, is new stuff that makes it worth that price tag. But wait, there's another extra part of this that I must admit I'm in love with. It is only $10 to upgrade the physical PlayStation 4 disc to turn it into the PlayStation 5 remaster. Okay, so clearly Naughty Dog has learned from their mistakes. When they released The Last of Us Part 1 remake, that should not have been $70 for a game that still pretty much just looked like an incredibly beautiful PlayStation 4 game. Like, that was not worth the $70, even if you do love that game like I do. Doing this as a $10 upgrade with a ton of additional content, this is smart. They're basically saying, we've already got your money, we're already knowing your fans, here's the cheapest path so everybody will want to do it. Everybody that has a copy of this and a PlayStation 5 is going to pay that $10. Like, why not? But I want to take a look at the article itself here. Re-experience or discover for the first time Ellie and Abby's emotional journey with a bunch of golf clubs. Okay, so lots of blah-de-blah here. I'm actually kind of shocked that they're releasing this, to be honest, because it does have some upscaled 4K resolution, better performance, better unlocked frame rate, so maybe we will get like 120 FPS, which to me would be incredibly freaking cool. But I must say, as cool as this seems, this new special edition they're doing with patches and stuff, okay, that's great. Graphically, this still does not look like a remaster. Like maybe I'm just jaded, but to me, when I see these screenshots, this still looks like a PlayStation 4 game. Like, I know they're putting captured on a PS5 here down in the corner. I'm not like claiming they're lying, but this game was already the very best looking PS4 game by a long shot. Like, if you got Last of Us Part freaking 2, it was a game that looked so incredibly photorealistic. There's not really any extra ceiling to the visuals. This still looks like a very good PS4 Pro game. And I'm not even meaning that as a knock. I'm more of meaning that as a compliment. But okay, it's cool that they're adding in new dynamic lighting and frame forward and gaze direction. Okay, so they're adding stuff to improve it a bit, but the game already looked so fantastic. This is so interesting. I'm more curious about that cut content, those lost levels. Because to me, I think I'm fascinated because I bet those are unofficial. They're non-canon. Typically, if you release like extra levels, extra cutscenes, extra endings, the original content is what's legit, what's actually canon and founded, and what future games will be built off of. But this is still interesting on its own. But I did actually want to take a look at this meme real quick. I saw somebody say, let me see here, I actually liked the tweet. Somebody said it's baffling that this company has now made 2 games and 3 remasters. They remade the first game, they remastered the first game, they made the second game, and now they're making a remaster of the second game. That's pretty funky. Also, I do love the fact that Sony does keep releasing everything except Bloodborne. The trailer itself is so underwhelming. I'm going to mute this, but I've seen so many people just posting reactions. This is a very PlayStation-centric group, and they're kind of just like, okay, that's cool, but is this really what we need to do? Like, I'm going to watch part of this trailer here while I talk. This is remastered for the PlayStation 5. Wow, that sure does look exactly the same. Like, I almost think I guess they had to call it a remaster. Oh, look at that face. Wow. I guess they had to call it a remaster because that's the current way we phrase things. I do think they should have called this the director's cut. I do think they should have said, hey, new content, extra features, a little bit of better lighting, but calling this remastered, I think it just doesn't seem graphically impressive enough. But maybe I'm being overly harsh. 3 playable lost levels, developer commentary, guitar free play. I mean, I don't know who cares about that. Across the board, I'm just thankful it's cheap. I'm definitely going to play this. It's smart of them to drop this in January, which is typically kind of a quiet month for video games. I'll buy that upgrade. I'll review that upgrade. But what do you guys think about this? Is this exciting? Does this seem like a PlayStation L? I must admit, first impressions, this is super strange. At least they have a path that's not a full price game, but still, Sony, make something new. I can't believe we don't have Last of Us Factions 2. I can't believe we don't have Last of Us Part 3. We are still going to be playing remasters and remakes of these games. It's bizarre, but what are you going to do? This is the day of PlayStation. Remake, remaster, safe bets, good investments. Huzzah! Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.